Let's watch again 6 of the matches that I liked the most playing versus volley players in High Tours in Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 and to turn on the bell if you like this video. So, I started this video with 2 matches versus Noam, 2 lucky matches where I have been able to beat him. That's pretty rare. Generally, he destroys my Victoria. And before that, my Kaito, when I didn't play with Victoria often yet. So it's a bit better whenever I play versus top volley players in Tour 8 with Victoria. Since I have used the Vaseline to accelerate my swipe on my Android phone beforehand. If you watch again my old videos of Victoria or Kaito, especially with Victoria actually, playing versus volley players in Tour 7 and Tour 8, you will see that she was hitting very soft shots compared to now. Now it's much better. My swipe is still not very correctly registered on my Android phone when I play with Victoria. That issue is less visible than when I play with Kaito, probably because the hand stats of Victoria are better, so it's not so tricky to hit harder shots. But well, overall, the blue bar is much better now when I play with Victoria than like 3 months ago. I started using Vaseline since the beginning of October. So yeah, October, November, and end of December. That's almost 3 months now that I have been able to hit stronger shots with Victoria. See this blue bar? I was never able to hit like that with the old swipe. It was exactly the same speed, exactly the same gesture. But my Victoria just couldn't swipe and fast enough. At least my phone didn't register it as being fast. And all these things I play with Vaseline on my finger is better. It has been faster. Okay, second match. Noam, who is of course famous for being one of the best volley players in Tennis Clash, and of course, because I'm a very average player, I always need a lot of luck. A bit like this, you know, sometimes Noam is not on very good form and he can send some volleys into the alley. And that's what I call luck. Or a bit like that when he returns a bit too long. Otherwise, well, when he's on good form, there's absolutely nothing to do. A lot of quick catch, a lot of very nice volleys, very nice positioning, good anticipation. He's playing volley at a much higher level than most of volley players, other volley players in this game. So of course there are some other very good volley players like Professor X, Sorab, JAV, Faye, etc. But I think that Noam and Professor X are 2 of the most tricky to face. Okay, because they serve very hard. They hit very hard volleys. They position their Leo very well. Where Professor X is playing mostly with Dyna, but and well, they don't always rely on a quick catch to play volley. They have a lot of experience to position the character, and well, of course, with a special string having the critical shot like the Bastille string is easier to give yourself a boost of chance to beat those top volley players. Here's another very good volley player, Ace, something I can't pronounce his name. He was playing with a very high volley stats. Diana, high agility too. Those are the strengths of a Diana. very high agility and very high volley stats. And well, don't know. On shots went very fine for me. And this Diana didn't trigger quick catch very often. So that's one of the reasons that my Victoria couldn't have hit those shots very... It looks very easy. As if they were cutting into the butter. This is the perfect match to show you that when the quick catch doesn't activate very often, and it seems to activate a bit less often with Diana than with Leo, well, volley players are not that tricky to counter, but only when the quick catch doesn't trigger often, and that's not always the case. In most of matches, the quick catch will trigger very often. Well, you know, sometimes even noob volley players can have a lot of luck, and that is my case. For instance, when I play with volley, I have to rely on a quick catch as well to hope to score points. Okay, in this match I was hitting a lot of lobs. And well, my passing shots, even if they are hit with Kaito very softly. Yep, and I was playing soft returns as well. Those short soft returns near the net annoy a lot volley players, but only those who don't hit very hard volleys. You can't do that with Snow, for instance. And you can end up with a lob. So I think that this Ngọc Huy, this player is now named Huy VN in the game, and his volley level has greatly increased. He has switched to play with Leo, and now, well, I can't absolutely do that anymore. This is him. I think that it was this match was played at the time. He was still testing. He was starting to play with that style, and he was not as difficult to face as now. Now he's a very good volley player in 2-8. Okay, let's play a bit the same thing versus Cortex. Something. I don't know this name. I don't know how to pronounce this Korean word. So I started like that, but then afterwards I was trying to hit differently. So of course here a love. Then I will try to hit a bit in the previous match. Short soft returns near the net. And you will see that well, my opponent is not going to like that a lot. I tended to hit those short soft shots falling near the net only when I play with Kaito. Because, well, when you play with Victoria, you will be tempted to take advantage of her strong hands rather than hitting those soft shots. And Kaito is having a lot of agility, a lot of stamina, and he can wear the volley player out by hitting those returns. Yep. As you know, the very high agility and high stamina of Kaito are helping to get a very good accuracy cycle. Yep. I think that my opponent didn't like that at all. I hope that he didn't take that personally, because it was not to make fun of him. See, I committed someone for zeros too. I was just testing this hitting method in this match and in some other matches that are not in this video, but well, to be honest, That works only versus volley players who don't hit very hard volleys, who likes to hit soft volley returns. All right, now let's watch again my longest match ever versus a volley player when I'm not using volley myself. So in this match you are going to see plenty of match points, and I was lucky to choose a low serve aggressive based lineup build for that match. So I was having 41 stamina. Of course that's not very high, but still is better than the 32 stamina stat that I have with my Victoria high serve big forehand build. And that match was played at a time when I didn't max out my Victoria yet. So now she has 42 stamina. As you can see, my opponent decided to have a very good serve stat of 64. And he had a very nice agility plus volley stats too. But his stamina was quite low. 38 is pretty low for volley build in tour 8. And for high tours, generally speaking. So, if the match lasts long, he will have some issues to volley correctly, to be accurate. He had plenty of match points, and as you can see, I'm going to come back because his accuracy was not on point. Whether it was with the serve or with the volleys by the end of the match, so I guess that the lower stamina has some role in that. Yep. Some volleys, some very hard volleys returns were very beautiful. But, well, his Leo was, of course, moving more slowly by the end. And the critical shots of Victoria are very tricky for this volley player to counter. Very nice volleys. He hit very hard volleys. But his serves were sometime a bit too inaccurate. I was a bit surprised. He was trying to hit very hard serves, but it looked like on that day his serve was not too good, too precise. So as you can see, almost all of my Victoria's shots were never hit at full intensity. The power indicator showed that, look at this blue bar, showed that they were just strong, average strong, but not very strong, not too powerful. So, of course, I managed to score some points, mostly because this Leo was tired, more and more tired by the end. Otherwise, if this Leo was having much higher stamina, I think that would be very tricky for my Victoria to score points by the end. Yep. So each player will has his turn to equalize and then to have a match point, and then the opponent will very simply equalize and have the opportunity to end the match. It was like that at least 12 times. Yep. Not so interesting to watch by the end because it was always the same thing. Weak return, smash. Because this Leo had really a strong serve. 64 stat was helping him to stay in the match. If he had a 50 or even 58 serve stat, I'm not sure that would be so easy to hit some hard volleys to follow up. Yep, by the end, having much less stamina, he had to buy some time by hitting some lob returns. He knew that this boon was exposing him to the risk of lacking stamina. Of course, he didn't expect, I guess, matches to be that long. Otherwise, he would not come into 8 with that boon. What a relief. At last it is finished. Well, I hope you enjoy watching again 6 of my best matches versus volley players in high tours in 2020 in Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wider Live Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 and to turn on the bell to stay tuned for new videos of Tennis Clash. Thank you a lot for your support and see you soon on Gameplay 365. Bye bye.